We don't dim, we don't shrink, we don't play small. Stand tall, stand proud, let them feel it all. Take up space, step into your power.
Um, what are some things women do without realizing it that might make them more vulnerable in a situation of being like with the girls that you rescue or being in your investigative practices? What do you see that women do that makes them more vulnerable?
They talk too much about what they expect in life.
Hmm.
You tell someone what you want, you tell someone what you think you're doing in life. I don't like to answer those questions because when you tell someone what you want and what you're looking for, they give you just that in order to get close to you.
You are right. And then we have the nerve to say, I didn't see that coming. It's just like,
Mm,
come on.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
I won't say you deserve it, but then
You
that's
told him and he gave you everything that you wanted, and then he got you. And then once he got you, he did not do any of the things that you said you wanted. He did just enough to get you for what you said you was looking for.
just enough. That is something that it should be on a t-shirt, just enough. Because
Mhm,
it's so common and it's
mhm,
so overlooked because we all say, I'd rather have that than nothing at all. And it's like, man, you
mhm.
should not be asking for that because that's going to
That's it.
ultimately not be beneficial, but just enough is apparently the way people roll through life. And
Yeah,
that's the sad part. So
yeah.
this is something I really want to tap into. How can a woman be soft, feminine, and open, but still protected and aware?
That's something that has to be built. Just like the old song say, you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Okay.
So I mean, I can give you so many different scenarios, but you always need to think of yourself first.
Hmm.
Out of all the conversations that you're having with someone else, you got to think of yourself. And especially if it is pertaining to you being a part of that relationship.
I like
You
that.
got to say what you mean. Don't dumb down. You expect for someone to be there to hold you, to comfort you. Those are things you need.
For yourself. Yes. And I feel like that balance right there is where the real power lies in you.
It does.
It
It
lies
does.
in you. But we're giving these people and these guys this opportunity to take advantage. And it's a
Mhm.
common
And friends, it to me, it's the ship issue. Everybody letting these ships roll by and roll in your life and mess up your stuff. These friendships, relationships, church ships, all them other ships, business ships. We gotta make boundaries. We gotta put boundaries on these ships.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They are
'Cause,
the ships will sink you. That's for sure if you let them.
the ships will sink you faster than you know.
Yes.
And then you're gonna be trying to backpedal like, I didn't see that coming. I thought I plastered that hole. No,
Yeah.
did
No.
it.
Another one was brewing right over here. Yeah, it's a lot of that happening. And so I have to ask you this as well. Do you think being tall, confident, beautiful ever made you more of a target or less of one?
A target as
Like as
to
in people wanting to not even wish bad upon you, but that in a sense, like, she's someone that thinks she's all of that. Or
oh honey,
do you feel like
bye-bye,
they Mhm.
bye-bye, bye-bye. That has happened a lot.
Has it happened a lot?
Like, oh my gosh, I thought you were so stuck up when I first saw you. You're so beautiful. You're so helpful. You're so this and that. You're so easy to talk to. They look at the outside appearance and think one thing, and
Yep.
then when they meet you, they're like, really? I thought you were stuck up, that you weren't going to talk to me, you weren't going to help me, da 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 da. And I'm like, I am so glad you came out of your shell.
Because I was already out of it. You just had to meet me here,
That's
right
it.
here.
That's it.
And people, I wouldn't even say people because I think that it's really just women, men, but children even. A lot of them think that based on countenance alone, unless we're with a smile on our face, like you said, it's something that they feel like intimidated by. And I go out of my way a lot of times to just make sure that, I'm approachable
Hmm.
and also mindful of how I say things. And that can be tiring. I mean, I'm constantly thinking about you, me, us, them. Do you
That
get
that part.
tired, Chandra? Do you ever get tired?
Tired of that maybe about 25 years ago.
Okay.
I'm not a people pleaser anymore. Chandra is please first. It's my if my feet are hurting and I've had a long day, this meeting is adjourned.
Okay.
I will not be attending that function. I need to get some rest. So once you stop overextending yourself because you feel that, and there's a lot of people in business that I talk to, especially women, who feel just because you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have to go to all of these events and you're going to have to do all of this and all of that. No, you don't.
Hmm.
You show up where needed, you show up where you need to get something from, and then you let the others do what it do.
Right. Right. And I think that that's another thing, even in my book that I mentioned, by the way, this is my book, The Goddess League. I'm just
Yes, I
inside
know.
of
Yes.
it, I talk about that you have to really understand that when you're dealing with people and understanding that it's okay to put yourself first. And it's okay to feel like at times people want a lot from you and
Mhm.
you might overextend yourself. And for
Mhm.
me, and my message is just to say sometimes it's good to take a step back. It's good to just regroup. It's
Mhm.
also good to affirm what's going on in your life because I feel like a lot of times we go through life and we're not giving ourselves that congratulatory moment of, hey, you did
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that's important, right? Because that's a mental state of mind that we got to keep healthy.
Yes,
And you
yes,
talk about your mental state and how you continue to, get up every day and be motivational to these girls and women who look up to you.
only by the strength of God. God starts every day for me.
Mm,
And I start with a conversation with Him. I read this book a long time ago. It was about two chairs, and the book is called Two Chairs. And in the morning, in the two chairs is you and God sitting down having a conversation about what and how you want your day to go. Now, when I start my day, my affirmations, because I need them now more than ever. I didn't lean on my affirmations too much when I was younger. I had two or three things that I would say that moved me on. But in order of the world that we're in now, and the spirit of the world that we're in right now, my affirmations are a whole lot stronger.
mm,
Um, of giving me strength to handle any evilness. Give me the strength that I may come into that somebody is carrying a heavy load and they want to down it. They want to deliver it to me. Give me the strength to say no, but in a way that builds them in their strength to continue to carry it on. So my two chairs every morning with God, it gets really personal and it gets really deep because some days and some months I carry a lot. And I try to not try and figure out what other people are thinking of why they're not doing anything to address a certain issue, but ask God, send me, use me, let me, show me, strengthen me,
mm.
help teach me how to handle it, add me into the equation of me being a help to what's going on in this world with women and girls. Help me to be a tool that I can use to help guide young people in the right way, because all of the things they're dealing with now, we had none of it. So I can't even imagine that they know how to use all the technology and things that they're having today. Let them learn that it's okay not to turn on the computer today.
Experience. So
Mhm.
I like what you said. It definitely makes a difference in how you start the day, and bringing God into it is going to get you through the day, because we don't know what's about to be thrown at us, and if we depend on our own understanding, we're going to be looking real crazy, get real out of ourselves, and then regret it and be like, you know what, I should have thought about that a little more. And that's important, think actions, like it's a process, and you have
Yes.
to learn it,
And and when you're doing that and you're having that conversation with God, it's not always that you have to quote the Bible.
Thank you.
And that's what I just try to tell people. God is listening to your conversations. God is listening to your thoughts.
That's
Say
right.
them out loud. Mean what you say and say what you mean.
That's right. That's right. And that's another thing too. People love to just talk, and they don't have nothing behind it to put into
Mhm.
action, anything behind it. And this is what makes you credible, okay? Not
Mhm.
just talking, the doing. More so the doing than the talking. Okay.
That's it.
So
Mhm.
be credible, be present, be mindful. These are all tools that I want to continue to like harp into these women's minds, because I do feel like when you're, you know, statuesque, you have a unique stature, it's
Mhm.
really
Mhm.
easy to get caught up in your own life and say, this is what makes it hard. This is why nobody understands me. And these
Mhm.
are all tools and scenarios that, even though they might seem like they don't have one to do with the other, they do. You
They
know,
do.
this is all teaching us ways in which to get through life and not have it be feel so isolated. Because,
Exactly.
so this is
That's
why, talking to you and just seeing your point of view and hearing how you got from one end of life to the next is so important, because, we don't have to be stuck in you know, um, one category. And I also feel like when we're tall, we only have two choices. We have to be a
a
athlete,
basketball player. Yeah.
correct? Correct? Or a model, right? That's our only
Mhm.
two options. And I'm like, look at investigator, Chandra. She is
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
what people
Mhm.
would assume. She was,
Right.
but she found her way. So it's not just those two options.
Right.
It's other things. And it's
Mhm.
okay to do those other things and to explore them and to fail at them as well.
That's it.
You
That's
know?
it.
So I love that, you have such a broad background. If there's women watching this right now who feels unsure of herself, or maybe even unsafe, I'm just diving into what it is that you do. What would
Mhm.
you want her to hear from you?
Somebody has been there where you are and they made it through, and you will make it through. Keep talking, speak up for yourself, because the right person you talk to will lead you to the light.
Hmm.
Closed mouths, nobody knows what's going on in your head. Speak it. Somebody has done what you're trying to do and what you're trying to come through. It has been done before successfully.
This is like a rapid fire type of game.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask you either or, and you just answer either or.
Okay.
Soft life or hustle mode?
A soft life,
Solo time or social energy?
solo time.
One word for your current season in life.
Oof, oof, oof. Girl, so many things popping up in my mind, talking about me, shut it up.
The
Grateful, grateful.
grateful. Okay. And what makes you feel instantly powerful?
To think about where I came from.
Mm, Preach, preach, and preach. Kudos to you. You have definitely been on this escalating journey of greatness, and it continues, right? The journey isn't over.
Yes, the journey is not over. It ain't over.
I love that for you. So, Chandra, this has been really great, powerful, uplifting. I really appreciate your time. You've shown us that a woman can be seen, can be strong, can be aware, and still evolve into every version of herself unapologetically. To everyone watching, keep choosing yourself, keep growing. And remember, you already have everything within you to become the goddess you're meant to be. Chandra, I want to welcome you to the Goddess League. And I'll see everyone else on the next episode of Chat with 6'4" Goddess. Thank you so much for coming on. I'll see y'all.
Thank you.